Every 1,000 years or so, when the planets align, a wave of immense power rises from the ocean depths. They call it the Big One. This is no ordinary wave, it's a behemoth, the most gnarly wave that ever graced the seven seas. Its velocity, its magnitude, unmatched by any natural force. Its crest, towering 100 feet high, sends chills down the spine of even the most seasoned surfers. In the folklore of the sea, a chilling prophecy accompanies the rise of the Big One. It's said that the wave demands a sacrifice, a price to pay for its monstrous manifestation. This is no myth, but a forewarning that hangs heavy in the hearts of those who dare to ride the waves. Today, as the planets align once again, the surfers on the beach sense a shift in the tide. The sea is restless, the wind is picking up, the Big One is coming. On this fateful day, Kashi and Eugene, two lovers, were blissfully unaware of the impending storm. Their laughter echoed against the rhythm of the waves, their love as radiant as the sun above. Eugene, his eyes twinkling like the ocean, gifted Kashi with exquisite earrings, their sparkle matched only by her joy. Yet their idyllic day was about to transform into a nightmare. Without warning, the sky darkened, the sea churned, and a mighty storm of prophecy descended upon them. Waterspouts spiraled menacingly from the heavens, their terrifying dance a prelude to the horror to come. Before they could comprehend the danger, they were swept into the eerie void of the Deutschman's Triangle. Fear gripped their hearts, yet they clung to each other, their love a beacon in the stormy chaos. But the worst was yet to come. As the storm rages, a monstrous shadow rises from the sea. The Big One is here. From the depths of Kamamoku Cove, a legendary figure emerges. Jack Kahuna Laguna, the greatest surfer to ever exist. Known to the locals as JKL, he is a force of nature, riding waves with a surfboard 100 feet long. He's always been ready, always prepared for the day when the Big One would rear its monstrous head. For 1,000 years, the planets have been aligning, and now, as the great storm descends, JKL knows his time has come. His heart beats in rhythm with the crashing waves, his gaze fixed on the horizon. The Big One is coming, and with it, a demand for a sacrifice. There's a determination in JKL that's as vast as the ocean itself. He's seen the storm's wrath, witnessed the terror it instills, but he's not one to back down. With the weight of the world on his shoulders, he knows what he must do. With a determined glint in his eyes, JKL charges into the storm, ready to conquer the Big One. In the heart of the storm, Kashi is swallowed by the Big One, leaving Eugene heartbroken. In the midst of the tempest, the roaring wave engulfs the helpless Kashi, her screams lost in the howling wind. The ocean's fury rages on, unyielding and remorseless, a terrifying testament to the power of nature. Eugene's despair is palpable, his heart shattering into 1,000,000 tiny fragments, each one echoing with the name of his beloved. Yet, in the midst of the chaos, a figure emerges from the watery abyss. It's none other than Jack Kahuna Laguna, the legendary surfer, standing tall on his 100-foot-long surfboard, a beacon of hope in the stormy gloom. With a determined glint in his eyes, he plunges into the heart of the Big One, his every muscle screaming in defiance against the ruthless wave. With a swift maneuver, JKL reaches Kashi, pulling her onto his surfboard. But the wave is not yet satisfied. It roars, its voice echoing across the sea, a chilling reminder of its demand. And so, with a heavy heart, JKL makes the ultimate sacrifice. He dives into the wave, surrendering himself to its might. His last sight is of Kashi, safe on his surfboard, her eyes wide with terror and gratitude. The Big One roars once more, this time with satisfaction. It swallows JKL whole, its hunger finally sated. And then, as quickly as it had begun, the storm subsides. The monstrous wave recedes, leaving behind a calm sea, a stark contrast to the tempestuous fury that had reigned just moments before. With JKL's sacrifice, the Big One recedes, leaving Kashi and Eugene to mourn their savior. Back on the shore, Kashi and Eugene are left to grapple with their loss. They mourn JKL, their tears mingling with the salty sea, a silent tribute to their fallen hero. Yet in their hearts, they know that JKL's spirit lives on, now a part of the very ocean he loved. And so the legend of Jack Kahuna Laguna endures, a tale of sacrifice, courage, and an undying love for the sea. As Kashi and Eugene return to the shore, the beach is silent, mourning the loss of a hero. Their hearts are heavy, yet filled with gratitude for the sacrifice made by Jack Kahuna Laguna, the greatest surfer who ever rode the waves. The sands bear the weight of their sorrow, the salty air carries their whispered thanks. The Big One, once a monstrous force of nature, now lies dormant, its wrath quelled by the selflessness of a single man. In the aftermath of the Big One, stories begin to spread. Tales of a man who dared to challenge the unchallengeable, who traded his life for that of another. These stories are told around campfires, passed down through generations, and they echo in the wind that sweeps across the ocean. The memory of JKL becomes a constellation in the night sky, a beacon for all those who dare to dream, to challenge, to sacrifice. And so the legend of Jack Kahuna Laguna lives on, a testament to his courage, sacrifice, and the power of the Big One.